Yes guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for SPFL Match Week 17 of the 2020-21 Scottish Premiership season. Now, let's have a quick look at how we did last week. I had a bit of a shocker, it has to be said. I only got 3 points. No perfect scores, only 3 outcomes. Livingston, Dundee United, Motherwell, Hibernian and Ross County Rangers. I got the outcomes as well of those ones. Top scorer for in the comments with 6 points. So it was a tough week actually. It was a very, very tough week. Scores were very, very low. Jamie Cunningham was the top scorer with 6 points. So very, very well done, Jamie, for that one. So we go into match week 17, and we've got some good games in here. We have Aberdeen against Ross County, Hamilton against Hibernian, Motherwell against St Mirren, St Johnstone against Livingston, Dundee United against Rangers, and Celtic against Kilmarnock. Now we go into the first of the 3 o'clock games on Saturday, and it is Aberdeen against Ross County. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 4 wins to Aberdeen and 1 win to Ross County. The last result was a 2-1 win to Ross County. Very, very interesting stuff. Aberdeen, well, they don't like playing St Mirren. Let's put it that way. A 1-1 draw in the last game, and then they lost in the cup 2-1. But they really should have won that game against St Mirren. They will be kicking themselves how they didn't win that game against St Mirren. Ross County, on the other hand, a really heavy defeat against Rangers. 4-0 in the end, what it finished. And it could have been a lot more, but Ross County can basically wave away that game against Rangers, and hopefully they will think that they can do better against Aberdeen. So looking at this game, I can really only say an Aberdeen win, to be honest with you. I think it'll be a very, very good win for the Dons. Aberdeen 2, Ross County 0 I'm going to go for. And we have Hamilton against Hibernian. The next game to preview and predict is that one, and 4 wins to Hibs and 1 draw in the last 5, and the last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Hamilton getting a very impressive 1-0 win over Kilmarnock. It was a very, very late goal that won it in the end, but Hamilton have been definitely needing a win, and that might take the pressure off Brian Rice for the time being. Hibernian, wow, let me just say, what a fantastic win that was against Motherwell. 3-0 winners over Motherwell. Absolutely fantastic performance from the Hibees, and they'll be thinking that they can go into this game. I think they're probably better away from home than they are at home right now, or Hibs. So Hibs are playing very, very well at this moment in time. So because of that, I know Hamilton won the last game against Kilmarnock. I've just got a feeling Hibs will continue that form, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to the Hibees against Hamilton. Hibs are in good form, as I've said. Now we have two teams who, let's be honest, I've taken. This is a really hard one to call. Even matchup for this one. It is Motherwell against St Mirren. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 2 wins to Motherwell, 2 draws and 1 win to St Mirren, and the last result was a 2-1 win to St Mirren. Motherwell, yeah, 3-0 defeat against Hibs. Not good at all. Didn't play at all well. You'd have to say that Hibs were totally dominant in that game, but then again, that's a tricky one for Motherwell to get away from the fact that they did lose 3-0. But they can look ahead to this game because they got the upper hand against St Mirren. But St Mirren 1-1 draw with Aberdeen. Very, very good result. Very, very good result indeed. And they stay 11th place. And Hamilton are still rooted at the bottom right now. So it's getting tight down there. It is getting very, very tight down there. But because of Motherwell's home form, I know Motherwell lost the last game against Hibs, but I'm going to go for them to win this one. I'm going to go for them to win by 2-1 against St Mirren. I'm going to go for them to be in the right result of a 2-1 win this time round. St Johnstone against Livingston now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to Saints, 2 draws and 2 wins to Livingston, and the last result was a 1-0 win to St Johnstone. St Johnstone, So unlucky not to beat Celtic in that game. Christopher Kane getting a very good goal for the Saints. Celtic really fortunate to get the equaliser as well. So, you know, I did predict St Johnstone to beat Celtic last week. I did, but they nearly did. So, I would have been right with that one, but no, St Johnstone we'll go back to McDermott Park, and they could think they can get something from a Livingston side who have just beaten Dundee United by 2-0, and a very good performance from the Livy Lions. Great goal from Scott Pittman, and then obviously Marvin Bartley. A year to the day that he scored against the Jambos at Tynecastle, he scored for Livingston against Dundee United, and it was a very good performance. And this is the thing now we've seen with Livingston, is that Max Striek is definitely the number one now for Livingston. Robbie McCrory, believe it or not, I think he's moved down to number 2 now. I actually do. So, but great win for the Livy Lions. Hopefully they can continue it this weekend. But so Johnstone Livingston, there have been a few draws in this fixture, and I'm going to go for another draw in this one. St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1. So that takes care of the Saturday games, and we will move on to the Sunday games. First things off, it is Dundee United against runaway leaders Rangers, you'd have to say. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in very interesting reason for this one. 3 wins to Dundee United and 2 wins to Rangers. The last result was a 3-0 win to Dundee United. Dundee United, as I've said, they lost to Livingston, but then again, you could say that 9 staff and players all tested positive for the dreaded demonetised virus. So, you know, that was a bit unlucky for them. But, you know, they still went ahead and played Livingston. And to be fair, you know, Livingston did win the game. I mean, Dundee United haven't won in the last 5 or 6 games against Livingston at the Tony Mac. And, you know, it was a very, very, bad defeat for them. But, you know, coming in front of the Sky cameras, of course, against Rangers, it'll be a really interesting game. As I've said, Rangers conclude their Europa League group with a trip to Poland to face Lech Poznan, and it should be a very, very interesting game. But Rangers are an absolute fire right now, so I'm actually going to go for a 3-0 win to Rangers in this one. I just think Rangers will be too strong for Dundee United. And the final game to preview and predict is Celtic against Kilmarnock. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 4 wins to Celtic and 1 draw. The last result was a 3-1 win to Celtic. Celtic, well, Neil Lennon stays in charge for now. The boards have said that they are continuing to back him, but you have to say, Celtic at the weekend against St Johnstone, very, very poor. Something's just not working for Celtic right now. I don't know what it is, but if they went 16 points behind, they will probably be 16 points behind by the time they play Kilmarnock as well. And this is the thing. I mean, they nearly lost to St Johnstone. They were very, very poor. Had to rely on Mohamed El Yunusi to get them back into the game, but very, very difficult to say how bad Celtic have been recently. And you have to say defensively is a shambles. Some of the signings that they've made as well. Shane Duffy has been absolute murder. And you know, the goalkeeper Barkas, he's not been much better either. So a lot of problems for Celtic. You'd have to say. Kilmarnock, they're coming off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Hamilton. Very poor performance from the Killy boys, it has to be said. So, I've been going over my head thinking what prediction I'm going to put for this game. It's a really difficult one to call, especially with Celtic's really, really poor form recently. I think it's like 2 wins and 12, I think it is, for Celtic. That is not good form for Celtic at all at this moment in time. So, I'm going to go for Celtic to get a rare win. I'm going to get Celtic to get a rare win in this one. Celtic 2, Kilmarnock 1 I'm going to go for. But I tell you something, I was very, very close to picking a draw. I was very, very close to picking a Kilmarnock win. We shall see what happens for sure. But that is it. That is match week 17 done and dusted. As always, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Jamie Cunningham, you will get a shout out in the next video. So my predictions are as follows. Aberdeen 2, Ross County 0. Hamilton 0, Hibernian 2. Motherwell 2, St Mirren 1. St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1. Dundee United 0, Rangers 3, and Celtic 2, Kilmarnock 1. So that is it. That is match week 17 done and dusted. As always, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And yeah, we could potentially see Rangers being 16 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. And then we'll see what happens. Can Celtic be able to capitalise on that and then put it back to 13 points? It's a big gap, you'd have to say, for sure. But until then, it's goodbye from me. If you do like this content, please hit that subscribe button. Smash the like on this video as well. And yeah, we'll see what happens at the weekend. Some very good games ahead. Obviously, Dundee United Rangers, Celtic Kilmarnock, Hamilton Hibs, Motherwell St Mirren, Aberdeen Ross County, and St Johnstone against Livingston. A very good week ahead. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.